Hello, dear aquarist. Thanks again for joining me at one of my YouTube films about a case of fish diseases. And today it's about the silver shark, a Balantiocheilus, that didn't look right well, suffering, and we found a bacterial infection. And of course, I present quite often bacterial infections, and people would say, well, Gerald, again, a bacterial infection. Well, it's to let you know that this is the most common problem, the most common disease on ornamental fish, particularly tropical, because it's warm water and it's more easy that bacteria are growing there much faster and having a quicker or nastier impact on the fish health. So it's about the silver shark, Balantiocheilus, with a bacterial infection in the gills and in the organs. My books on fish diseases can help you to understand fish diseases, the prevention, the diagnosis, and the control. They are available on my website on the link below. Here I show you the silver shark. You can see how this silver shark is skinny. That's not a normal, healthy looking silver shark. You can see in the aquarium. There is a few, particularly here one in the back. Here, look at this dark one. They're getting skinny, wasting away. And the other ones look okay. Yes, for today. But maybe next week you have five more. Within 3 weeks, 10 more, which are probably wasting away. And you will have losses if you don't take action. Our action was to do examination. And we found the gill rot. You can see the gills here and here. Gillmonia, bacterial gill infection in the gills. Not so badly as in the previous video I showed on the Oscar cichlid 341. That was a very nasty bacterial gill infection. Today it's much less, but still, these gills are hemorrhagic. This is not normal. A lot of lamellae are not functional and making it impossible for the fish to exchange the gases. Difficult to take up oxygen, difficult to take on nutrients, difficult to expel the CO2. Well, and the liver and the spleen, both badly affected. Look at the spleen, how badly disinfected. And you see a lot of melanomacrophage centers, MMCs, that are showing that the spleen is trying to defend itself against an infiltration of bacteria. And we found next to the intestine, here is the intestine, some tubercles here next to the spleen in the mesenteria. Some tubercles, maybe mycobacterium. Only a lab can confirm. We didn't send it to the lab. We just find out, well, bacterial infection, maybe mycobacterium, not so badly yet, but still a risk. And we found at the same time internal bacterial infection with many rod-shaped bacteria. And here is the video. So you can see at this 400 magnification how these rod-shaped bacteria look like. There are also other bacteria, little points, but mainly rod-shaped bacteria, which is what we found. Very common from fish from Asia, typical. Well, Balantiocheilus silver shark treatment. The bacterial infection is killing the fish and should be treated with an antibacterial medication. Like an antibiotic can be used, but you have to ask your fish doctor or your veterinarian. Check for the origin of this problem. It could have been stress, poor water quality, poor feeding, overcrowding, many different reasons. So you have to have a holistic view of this kind of the disease because the bacteria come from somewhere. Well, they are always around in the aquarium water. They are there, but the fish became susceptible. Something made the fish weak so that the bacteria could have an impact, could infiltrate. And that's something you do have to check. That the history of the fish should teach you lessons how to prevent in the future. And here maybe to understand that you should avoid stress on this group of fish which you've seen or what you see in the aquarium. You have to check your water quality, check your feeding quality, everything, to think, how can I prevent that the bacteria invade my fish? And the fish food can help to improve the repair of the fish. I can recommend, in this case, Dr. Bassleer Biofish Food Fuco or Grapefruit Seed Extract Moringa. All helpful. My books help you to understand fish diseases. Available maybe also in your language. We have in Italian, Portuguese, different. See my website where you can order them and you can see the books. You can get a training at my Patreon. You can learn about preventing fish diseases, quarantine of fish, how to diagnose. Go to my Patreon. So I hope this video on the silver shark, Balantiocheilus, make you understand that bacterial infections can be a serious problem and that make you think, well, where did it come from? What kind of stress factors had an impact so it started? Thank you for watching and that you train yourself in understanding fish diseases. Bye bye.